home base, and they going both ways. Hot nights, cold days. I ain't fucking no strays. Me comfort, no way. I won't even bother if she ain't.
It was good. It was good. It was a good option. Yo, welcome back, Under Review people. I'm your host for the day, John. We got Jerry with me. This is Under Review. We keep it real. We keep it raw. We keep it authentic. I know those are all different variations of the same thing, but that's just how real we give it to you. That's how genuine this shit is. All right, you feel me?
Cuts of real raw shit.
Yeah, word. This is premium cuts. This is premium. This is Wagyu. The Wagyu of Sports Podcast. All right, how your week been, bro?
It's been all right, man. You know, still got some Thanksgiving leftovers. That mac and cheese hit, bro.
We gonna put up a poll. Because me and the Notch have this conversation all the time. We're going to put up a poll. Exactly how many days post-Thanksgiving do you allow the leftovers to sit before you just, that's it.
Yeah.
I know people that'll make them things work till Christmas.
Shit. I mean, I feel like for me, I could do like a week tops. Yeah. Depending on the right shit. Like the mac and cheese, I still got the crib still hitting. Yeah, leave that in the fridge. That shit I think certain shit you can't. I mean, like this. If you got like salad and shit, you buy
salad, the potato salads, yams ain't lasting too many days. The collard greens turn a little sour. It's a little. Well, hey, yeah, I had a pretty interesting Thanksgiving too. Spent that with family, so you know how that can be. Yeah. But all in all, I was thankful. We're always forever thankful.
Some leftovers too, or no?
Nah, leftovers none up. You know what's crazy? Usually every year, you know, you jump around to different houses and stuff like that, and you have a whole bunch of places. I did not get to jump around this year. So what I ate on Thanksgiving, literally, this was the first Thanksgiving in years I actually had to cook and make food the next day. I had to cook food for myself to eat the next day. I was appalled. I was sick. I'm like, bro, this has never happened to me before. What's going on?
Damn, bro. Was it really Thanksgiving for you, though, bro?
I
feel like you gotta have the leftovers. Like that's how you knew.
I went and had to go find them the next day. I was running down on people like, nah, bro, run me a plate, yo. Give me pay what you owe. Pay what you owe.
That's it.
But yeah, that was an experience, man. That was an experience. But you know, let's hop into these Thanksgiving days. Speaking of Thanksgiving, because yo, spot on, man.
Right?
Those games, I have not seen such a thorough day of great football like
real
that
shit,
Thursday.
Man. Like, real talk, I feel like past couple years, Thanksgiving Day games are like tradition. So, like, if you're a real football fan, you watch them because it's tradition. But a lot of them is like snooze fest, you feel me?
For the most part.
But this one, and we called it. Like you said, it. Bro. It was lit.
You had to watch every single game. To
the last minute. Like, you really didn't know what the fuck was going to happen. Like,
no, not at all. I want to say two of the matches were tied at halftime. I think the only one that wasn't tied was the Giants and the Cowboys. I think the Giants were up like 13-7 before, you know, the Cowboys did. What the guy did was like a 21-0 run before the Giants scored again. But, man... Just first off, the Bills, right?
Yep.
Like you said, exactly the challenge that Josh Allen and them needed. It sucks Von Miller went down. Yeah, that really sucks. I think
he's really key, bro.
He's very key for them on defense. And you know what? He's going to be big in the playoffs, but he does make a lot of key plays. Even now during the regular season. Yep. He makes those key tackles and those sacks when you need them.
That key third down when it's like, you up by a possession, right? And you need that momentum to go your way because they're going upfield. And that key third down, you need that pass rush. You know Von Miller coming. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so having him go down, it's like, fuck, man. How do you now adjust as a team, right? Because we're going to talk about it later on strengths of schedules, but shit, I think they got a pretty tough schedule going forward.
They got probably the worst. They got the hardest, have. Yeah.
Bro. So, man, when you talking where the Bills are going, man, you talking one possession, right, on momentum can change the game for you where you can win or lose. And when you have a great pass rusher like Von Miller, he just dynamically changes the game for you.
Yeah.
Right? Where shit on a third and short, you know, instead of you going for a long pass, you can run the ball, and if you know you up by one possession in the third quarter and you don't get that first down, you know you got, you know, guys peeling back like Von Miller who can go and get a sack on a key third down for you on defense. And you can confidently punt the ball, right? But when you lose that and shit, you know, you up by one possession or two possessions, you know, in middle of the third, and you don't know where that momentum can swing, right? You may want to go for a pass or go for a deep pass on a key third down, or go for it on fourth, right? Because you know you may not have Von Miller. You don't have Von Miller
on the other side. We're not as comfortable punting the ball away, and,
you know,
because that has been one of the. If anything, we say Josh Allen always plays like he has a chip on his shoulder. Mm-hmm. We will never forget that game that was played last year with the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Where it pretty much just came to who got the ball first in overtime. They're going back and forth.
That's it.
So the issue that the Bills has always had is they've just not really been able to stop opposing teams.
That's it.
And I mean, that issue was again made apparent in this game with the Lions. The Lions are. At one point, they were the highest scoring offense.
Yeah.
I want to say they're still top 3 scoring offenses in the league.
Run game, man.
Run game.
Swift, Jamal
Williams is doing crazy.
Right.
What's a Swift is the other guy they got over there, and they really got some talent over there. They got some talent on the offensive side, and you know
you got Jared Goff, so you know.
But hey, listen,
he can manage you.
Same Amon Ra doing his thing over there, true. And they got I honestly look at them and I'm like, this probably the best offense in that division.
Yeah.
Word. And the division is not that hard of I ain't going to say the best offense because the Vikings.
Yeah.
But I would take them over the Packers.
Yep.
Offensively. Right now, I would take them over the Bears.
Yep.
Offensively.
Yeah. Without Justin Fields.
Justin Fields. Shit, even with Justin Fields. Justin Fields ain't throwing the damn ball. Yeah, no knock to him. He's still getting it done.
He's still getting it done.
But yeah, it's a very well-oiled machine of offense. They just, couldn't stop a Pop Warner team, but that's unfortunately. But that kind of high octane offense and that back and forth, that's exactly what the Bills needed going into this,
Tester, man.
Yeah.
Like now all right, Von went down, but shit, you still know, Josh Allen, like I told y'all, bro, he got that chip. Like
he do.
I feel like, and I remember like early last week, Edward and I were talking about it, where really, Josh Allen had one good year last year, right? And now this year he's kind of proven himself. You know what? This is good. But before then, before last year, bro, people ain't believe in him, bro.
No.
They did
not, yeah.
And I love how he played, man. And I see now he's kind of like, I think that game that they had, where I feel like maybe a traditional Bills fan would be scared, like, damn, it's the fucking Detroit Lions, right? And we're sucking like, but nah, you needed that to really see that. In a key primetime game.
These Lions ain't your old regular, Lions. These guys put up some points. They can score.
I mean, you got Jared Goff as your fucking quarterback, so you're gonna lose. I'm sorry, but he can that offense, that run game really tests. I feel like that run game, I remember I was watching some on Fox Sports 1, and they was talking about, teams being tested by certain players, right? And when you're tested by, a certain type of run game or certain type of pass game, right? And you're able to win and beat that type of offense, right? It gives you that battle readiness, right?
Yeah.
For the playoffs. And really dealing with that run game that the Detroit Lions have, which is really arguably one of the best in the game right now, bro, that's a true test to where you're in December, you're late December, early January, right? Contending in the playoffs for the playoffs. You've seen a run defense like that. I mean, you're not really scared. You can really game plan for a lot of different defenses at that point of the season, right? Because you've played a Detroit Lions. Right. Because you've played a DeAndre Swift who can catch out the backfield. Jamal Williams, who's that goal line dude,
Technically, though, looking at it, I feel like that's going to help you more with the NFC teams and the AFC teams because off the top, NFC, you know the Eagles are running the ball.
Facts.
You know the 49ers are running the ball. You know the Giants running the ball. The Cowboys are running the ball.
Yeah.
AFC, Ravens aren't really running the ball like that. Bengals, because we don't know who's making it in that division yet.
Bengals, but I say Bengals, I'm going to say this, right? With Joe Mixon, if he can come back healthy,
he's solid.
That's a decent that's a decent run team. Though, if you as the Bills have played somebody like the Detroit Lions, right, and you've played against DeAndre Swift and Jamal Williams,
it'll prepare you for that.
It'll prepare you for a Joe Mixon later on.
Right.
If you're seeing him.
But them,
you know what I mean?
Them Chiefs who ain't really running the ball like that, and
I know
those Dolphins who that's looking like that's gonna be the nice rematch. The two of them,
bro.
You don't have to.
Gonna be nice,
that's gonna be nice. We're gonna look forward to that one. Let's see, Patriots Vikings, man, that broke my heart.
I know, bro.
That broke my heart. I'm a Pats fan. That broke my heart.
I'm not. Yeah, I mean, we all picked you, me, Danash. We picked the Pats. Man.
Kirk Cousins showed me what he was made of prime time. That touchdown I believe it was a kick return. Taken back for a touchdown. Oh man, that completely changed the momentum. That helped. That gave you a nice little bit of a cushion. And to quote Danash was like, Mac Jones just looked like he played scared out there. Yeah. And we're gonna talk about it later on. How sometimes that quarterback makes a difference. Yeah. I don't think Zapp would have done any better or any differently or anything like that, but that was just the Patriots play a conservative way of football. Specifically, Mac Jones, you haven't really proven yourself like that for us to take those efforts. Remember, they used to be going for it on fourth down all the time, 4th and 2s. Controversial calls Bill used to make, but used to make them for the good of the team when you had the faith. Mac is.
He's not there yet.
Mac is your guy, but he's not the guy. Right. Yeah. He's your guy, but he's not the guy. Like a Daniel Jones, like a.
Yeah. And when you a lot of these NFL execs talk about it, but it really come down to, when you're a coach, you're looking at is, all right, is my quarterback battle tested? Has Mac Jones really been battle tested consistently? Right. I don't feel like he has yet. I mean, this game was a good game.
It was a good test. It was definitely good for him to experience.
Right? He lost, but look, man, he put up 26 points. Right, he really kept with them. So,
and you guys said it here, the Patriots can't expect to win this game putting up only 10 points, because they're not on the higher end of averaging of scoring.
Like, you're not putting up 33 against Minnesota. You're not putting up 34 against Minnesota. You're not putting up 35 against a lot of these real contenders. So you're gonna need that defense to bring you down.
Defense to bring them down, and you're gonna have to rise above.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're gonna have to rise above.
Now, Matt Jones can give you 23, 26, right?
Right.
Like, 3 possessions, he gives you a touchdown, right? So that's 21, maybe a field goal. Consistently through 3 quarters, you can depend on the offense with Mac Jones leading them, going in, maybe getting you 2 or 3 possessions on touchdowns, right? But when you ask him to go 4 or 5, compete with dudes like Patrick Mahomes,
compete with not a Kirk Cousins, but compete against a Justin Jefferson
and you know what I mean? Like, and you dealing with a Josh Allen with Stephon Diggs,
right?
Bro, Mac not like that,
Mac not like that. Mac also doesn't have the prolific talent to match with that on offense where, we're precision, cut them up. Hey, you got your Devontae Parker here, Jacoby Myers there, Hunter Henry. Ramondre Stevenson is your everything, man. He'll lead you in receptions, carries, and all that stuff, but they just don't have the firepower to put up those great numbers, so your defense has to hold it down. The Patriots kill me because oh man, they're like top 3 in dropped interceptions, picks, man. Oh my gosh.
Devin McCourty was like 2.
Oh my gosh. The pass deflections, I love it. I love that y'all are there. Bro? Y'all gotta, and you know what? I tell my sister all the time. Anytime a DB gets to pick and he just drops it and puts his hands on his head, she gets up, she starts yelling at the TV like, yo, what the hell, Buzzy Blind? I'm like, listen. They're not receivers for a reason. They're not receivers for a reason. Because if he had the hands, man would have been on the other side of the ball. But, he there for a reason. But no, you got to secure those. If you can get your defense to start giving you that one takeaway.
That's it. That's what changes the momentum, that score.
Bro. Oh, my gosh.
That's what takes away a touchdown on a key possession. When you can get those picks, you can take advantage of those turnovers, bro. And you need that, like... Bro, I saw Devin. I think it was like 2 of them he dropped, right? 2 picks?
2. I was like, he had them and...
If you pick them 2 off, shave off I would say 10 to 14 points. So you're talking about a touchdown, a field goal, or 2 touchdowns you can shave off.
Or 2 touchdowns you can shave off just strictly from that. And it's a completely different game you play after something like that happens. So maybe that's something they work on. Who knows?
Yeah,
Who knows? Yeah. Giants, Cowboys, I think that one went exactly how everybody thought. I don't think anybody expected the Giants to have the lead at half.
I didn't, bro. And that I say it's testament to their good defense, but man, it come down to, bro. Honestly, if you look like a real Giant fan, y'all gotta be real. Here in New York, y'all gotta be real. It come down to, are you really banking on Daniel Jones to give you 30 points? I know you got Saquon. I know he can give you a good $125 with maybe a house call touchdown. But is Daniel Jones giving you 2-3 touchdowns? So, bro, I don't see it.
I'm gonna advocate for this. So we have this segment here, right? We're talking about the East. So real quick, some stats for you on the AFC and NFC East, because looking like the best divisions in the NFL.
Hell yeah.
5 out of the 8 teams allow the fewest pass yards per game. Wow. Washington, New England, Jets, Dallas, Philly. 4 out of the 8 allow the fewest rush yards per game. Buffalo, Washington, New England, and Miami. 6 out of those 8 teams allow the fewest points per game. Dallas, Jets, Buffalo, New England, Philly, Washington. The Giants coming at 14. Defensively, the entire of them are off the charts, except for the Dolphins. We know the Dolphins' defense ain't there, but do they really need the defense the way they killing people out the water? They got the Tua, yeah.
With Waddle, bro.
Great offenses.
And Tyreek Hill? Come on,
But they say the best defense is a good offense, and the Dolphins definitely have that. But I feel like that Dallas-Giants game was the exact... It was the show of what the differentiator was. That game, the New England game, was the differentiator. We have great defenses. There comes a time in the NFL, our great defense is not going to be able to contain that offense. This quarterback that we have, are they going to be able to rise above? That's what separates your, say, the Eagles. The Eagles played the Packers. Oh, man, Packers coming back and forth with them. Eagles have a great defense. You're not expecting that from the Packers. You got to rise above. You got to score. You got to put them points on the board, and Jalen Hurts will do that. Dak Prescott will do that. Mac Jones, not so much. Daniel Jones, not so much. I'm actually a fan of Daniel Jones. I don't think he's bad for the Giants, but you also got to take into account, he's like the most sacked quarterback. Yeah, I think he's like top 3 sacked quarterbacks in the league, but that's always been the Giants' problem. Eli was one of the most sacked quarterbacks. Yeah, man, but I do agree with you. I don't think he's as good as a Dak. I wouldn't take him. I wouldn't take him over an Aaron Rodgers right now. But I don't think he hurts the Giants as I feel like if he just had a little bit more time.
And this is my thing, right, with the Giants, right? I think they are a good football team, right? That's obviously look at their record. But when you really look at the league now, you're talking about people you talked about, right? The Dolphins, Eagles. These are diagonal teams, bro. They have skilled players. They get to the numbers to the sideline, right? And they playmakers, Tyreek Hill, James Waddle, right? For the Dolphins, for the Dolphins. AJ Brown, right? For the
Eagles, AJ Brown, Devonta
Smith, right?
You got all the Sanders at the running back position. Jalen Hurts.
Get them to the numbers, to the sideline. Get Jalen Hurts, get them the ball. Bro, they making plays, right?
Right.
Who do the Giants have? Like, I get it, man. The Giants have gone to the Super Bowl with that good run game, right? We looked at back in the day with Ahmad Bradshaw, Brandon Jacobs. But, bro,
they still have receivers at the time.
They did.
Plexico, Knicks,
they did,
Steve
but
Smith.
that's when they could go vertical sometimes, right?
Right.
But now I feel like now you're in the space in the NFL now where, you know, we try the sidelines, we try the flats, we get the ball out in the open field, and then we go vertical. So I look at the Giants, bro.
I missed the vertical game. If it's one thing, oh my gosh, I got this rant. I got to get off my chest.
Go ahead.
If it's one play I hate, oh my gosh, Steve, if it's one play I hate, I freaking hate the 3rd and long. The goddamn wide receiver screen, bro, and the flats, bro. Oh my god! I hate it when the Broncos did it for Demarius. Yeah. I hate it now when they do it for DeAndre or Tyreek and them. Oh my gosh!
You look at it. You got speedsters. You got Demaryius Thomas, a big target. Yeah. Right? Quick.
He was.
Big dude.
He was.
Tyreek Hill, small, quick dude.
Yeah.
You get that, you get 2 blockers, maybe 3 in front of him, bro. Bro, you have maybe 1 or 2 corners, with a safety over top. So you get hat on hat, you get your 2 wide receivers. Say you go trips one side, you get 2 wide receivers blocking, you get an offensive lineman.
Slide out there and get there.
Bro, you got 3 hats on hats. If you got everybody blocked and you have maybe one-on-one linebacker who got to make a tackle on Tyreek Hill, bro, I'll take that all day.
Sounds good on paper. It sounds good on paper. I guarantee you we're going to clip this and we're going to put it up with the numbers of actual completion percentage and how many first downs get run off of wide receiver screens.
Bro, you know who love to do that shit? The Chiefs, bro.
Oh, my gosh. The Chiefs love to do that.
Bro, So it's like, I look at it, man, I feel like the Giants, right now, you have enough there, right? And, we look, man, we in city New York. We prideful people in New York, tri-state area. So we're going to always be behind our team, right? And we're going to always feel like, man, we got a chance. But in reality, bro, the coach who came in this year has done a good job to use what he has, but you need more, bro. You need more there. For Daniel Jones, you need more there, bro.
So what do you think is more important for Daniel Jones to get? You think they should prioritize a weapon, like a receiver, or do you think they should prioritize getting that line?
Honestly, if you talk, so you talking about right now, or you talking about like next season? Off season,
for next season. I don't think right now.
Off season,
I don't see them as the biggest.
Yeah.
They're. If you're looking to win, although the Giants are good, the Giants aren't your top pick to go to.
Because you either going Eagles in that division, or you going to Cowboys.
Or you're going to the Cowboys. Yeah, Two teams I'd rather go to before I go to the Giants. So I don't think they get anything really game changing for them this season. They're gonna have a pretty good season. But say for next season.
Next season, I would go, like, if I could go free agency draft, right? I would pick up a young, good offensive, maybe a guard, right? And maybe like the first 2 rounds. Because at that point, offensive line, you suck so long, bro. Stop going free agency. Build your line. Build inward, outward. Go guard, center, inward, then maybe, you pick up maybe a tackle who will do decent for you. You build that line like the Cowboys did back then, right, when they got Zeke, right? And they had a fucking power line. And you saw all the motherfuckers was like 26 and under, right? So I feel like you go guard, you pick up a young, good offensive lineman in the draft, and then you try to go get a key veteran weapon at receiver. Speedster, somebody who can make people miss in the open field. Right, you don't need somebody with a quick a big catch radius nowadays, right?
Right.
So you're not going to need the big receiver. You may get somebody smaller who's quick, right? Who can make people miss. I feel like that's
which works a lot better for someone like Daniel Jones who doesn't have that much time.
Exactly.
I can't spare for the person to hit 2-3 moves down the field to get open. I need someone that can get to it really quick. I can get it to him really quick, and he like a Tyler Lockett. Or someone like that, perhaps. That would be like a perfect type fit for them.
Perfect. Veteran too. Scrappy dude. Like, you need, like, because, we in New York, bro. Everybody want to win loud. So I get it. You don't want to wait 2-3 years. You got the hot hand with Saquon, Daniel Jones, right? You got the fan base going wild right now. So you want to feed off that momentum for next year. You want to maybe get somebody veteran in the locker room who's a playmaker at the receiver position. Right? I feel like you go that route, and then you start young, man. We getting the ball out quick. We trying to get the ball out quick within 2 to 2.5 seconds when Daniel Jones catches the ball, right? So I'm gonna try to work on my line, but I know at least first 2 years that shit gonna be you feel me? At best.
Okay.
Really booty cheeks too you feel me? But I'm trying to get the ball out quick.
Get it out of there quick.
So I feel like that's what the Giants got to do. Because I just look, man, who is their, other than Saquon, really on the offense, who is their playmaker, bro? Who is dynamically changing the game in the third quarter if they up or down a possession? Who can you bank on to really get a score?
Galladay, they not really.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what next year holds.
Yeah.
But that quarterback is definitely the differentiator. But now, some talking about last week's matches.
Yep.
We got to talk about, there's some of these matches last week that really hurt. Some losses that really hurt and switch things up a little bit. Because now we're in December. December's coming up. We're talking playoff picture.
That's it.
So here's some losses that mattered, right? The Ravens.
That hurts you, bro.
That was a great game.
That was
a really good game. It was a great. It's what we expect from Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
The Jags show you enough. You know, they say it's one of those things right now. You're in fantasy football. Yeah. You're a 10-2 team. And you're facing the 3-7 guy, or the 3-9 guy, and the 3-9 guy beats you at 10-2 because of buys and stuff like that. It's like, God damn it, like why?
But see, I'm looking at the stats, right? Lamar used 16 to 32, 254 and a touchdown, and he leads rushing 14 carries for 89 yards.
Same old.
Bro, man, like Lamar need more, bro. You feel me? Like I need at least 2 more touchdowns from you, bro. Lamar, where you at, bro? And I know I understand, bro. What is he? He got Duvernay, he got Mark Andrews, but really they got rid of Hollywood. You feel me? Like
I feel like they have. Do they even have Duvernay? I'm telling you, that's someone to
true.
I said in the corner, I quoted it in one of the things. I was like, he don't throw to his receivers anyway. Big play to Deshaun Jackson that came up there, and we talk off camera.
Patty,
and does he trust Duvernay like that anymore? Is because the only person he throws to are the tight ends.
Word.
Even the third string tight end. When the third string tight end, he give it to the third string tight end before he give it to the receiver.
That's it.
So
it's like real reality, bro. Look at Patty Mahomes, bro. Dude got Juju Schuster, bro. Dude got what else he got? Damn, bro, I'm blanking on.
Juju, he got Hardman.
Yeah.
Hardman. He got the guy from
at running
Scantling.
Back. Yep. So you got dudes who aren't that great but can make plays in the open field, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, they not giving that to Lamar.
Right.
In the Ravens, bro. So it's like you look at, right, his stat line where it's like, it's decent, right? His completions wasn't all that great, but he didn't make a turnover, right? Which now I feel like where you're at this point with Lamar, that's what you can bank on. He's mature enough where he's not gonna do dumb turnovers, right? Where he's gonna give the momentum back to the other team.
Right.
But bro, it's only so much Lamar can do. You gotta give him more. You know what I mean? Like,
that's fair. I really don't know what the answer is there, but I do know I've been on the record here saying that I don't think Lamar should sign with the Ravens.
Yeah.
I do believe he deserves that big contract.
Hell yeah.
I don't think the Ravens are going to be the ones to give it to him, nor do I think that he should re-sign with the Ravens for that big contract, because you're going to be setting yourself up to do more of the same for years to come. Now, what we've seen from free agency moves and signings this past year with quarterbacks, I think the idea of teams being a quarterback away is kind of gone in the wind now, because there's a few teams that were a quarterback away.
We'll talk about that.
We'll talk about that later. But I don't know where he goes, but there are definitely some good fits out there.
Yep.
But so that loss to the Jaguars, they dropped to 7-4, now tying the Bengals.
Yeah.
And the Bengals have been, because of their shaky start in the beginning, they haven't really been all that much talked about, but they are 7-4.
Yep.
Right there on their tails, also in that division.
And they got a key win against Tennessee, bro.
Key win against Tennessee, who they weren't really projected to beat. Tennessee's not a bad team.
Yeah.
So that's an important win against one of the harder teams to beat in the NFL. You still got some divisional matchups. I believe the Bengals still have to play... Let's see here. The Bengals got to play the Ravens still.
Yeah.
They got to play the Browns again as well. So that
you got Deshaun Watson now.
You do got Deshaun Watson now,
be a tougher
which
one.
You also got to watch for, because I think, what are they, like 4-7?
Yeah.
4-7. They're gonna win this week against the Texans.
Word.
So don't let me jinx it. They should win this week against
right?
the Texans. Browns, I believe, also have an easier schedule than the Bengals in that regard.
So they may catch him on the back end, bro.
They could catch him on the back end. That division is... Ravens do have an easier schedule, but Jaguars were considered technically an easy win, and look what happened with that. So that was a loss that they definitely shouldn't have taken. The Bucks losing to the Browns, like we just said, the Browns. We know what that means for the Browns. For the Bucks, the whole division is under 500.
Word, bro.
Whole division is under 500.
And it's just like, if I'm a betting man, right, even though everybody under 500, who gonna win that division, I'm gonna put it on Tom, right? Because it's Tom Brady. So if I'm gonna put my money on him, I'm gonna put it on Tom. But man, bro,
I think
it's
the
still
Falcons are right, like either same. I want to say the Bucks are 5-6.
Yeah.
The Falcons, I think, are 5-7.
I think Falcons are 5-7. Yep, Falcons
So
are 5-7.
their bye week is gonna come up. So it's, if I'm a betting man, like you said, if I'm a betting man, I'm gonna take the Bucks.
Yeah, come on.
I'm gonna take the Bucks. They have schedules are pretty similar.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say very, very equal. I don't think they have to worry about anybody else in the division.
Yep.
Although the Panthers are a better team than their record suggests.
Yep.
It's we believe in Tom. We believe in Tom.
Course, man. You always got to, bro. Especially with Giselle, you know.
No, chill, man, chill. He suffered a loss. We don't remember her name, but he suffered a loss.
Tom, no, man. I hate you, Tom, as an NFL player, but I love you as a person, bro. I think you're a really good man.
As a man, we all here for you right now. We all
as a man, I'm 100% behind you, bro. 100%.
Listen, Washington against Atlanta. Atlanta, that loss was not a loss you wanted to take if you wanted to overtake the Buccaneers. But Washington, that win helps keep them in. I didn't even talk about Washington is good defensively. Heineke definitely falls into that Mac Jones. If I have to split up the AFC and the NFC East, a little less than. But he's definitely one of those quarterbacks that's your guy, but not the guy.
Exactly.
You know, so but definitely a good win for them as they're trying to. I think if all four of the NFC East teams make the playoffs, unlikely. I think the Seahawks are gonna make it over the Commanders, but if they do, I think that would be the first time in NFL history. I think the last time was like in 80, 88 or 89 or something, but when that happened, I believe it was still only 3 divisions per conference. Yeah. So there's only 3 divisions, and that was before they split it into the 4.
Before the Ravens, right? Before the Ravens, the Texans.
The Texans, yeah.
Yeah, man, it's crazy how that.
Since then, we've had a bunch of 3 teams from a division making it, but it will be the first time. So that would be cool to see, but I ain't rooting for it as a Patriots fan. I don't give a damn about the Cowboys or the Giants or, all those guys. But Seahawks, Raiders.
Oh, I know.
That was a good game, too.
That was a good game.
I feel like this was a really good weekend of football. Shoot, even the last game, the Monday night game. I think me and Nanash both chose the Colts. You were the only one who chose the Steelers to win that one.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of felt like, I don't know, even with Kenny Pickett, I feel like the Colts, man, I feel like they just can't get out of their way for some reason. Like
they're out of their own way. Because, again, that's also another one of those teams that's not they're not as bad as their record suggests. Yeah. But, again, they've also had the quarterback issues. You had Matt Ryan. You said Matt Ryan had the other guy. Lose your coach. The loss of Phillip Rivers. Yeah. You lose your coach. This is like your how many coach. I think we talked about one episode in how many years. Yeah. You get Jeff Saturday in. You get the win. You bring Matt Ryan back. So it's like.
To me, bro, Matt Ryan, you're 22 or 34, 199. You're under 200. You got 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Bro, Matt, you was up, fucking 28 zip in the Super Bowl against Mr. Tom Brady. Bro, where you at now, bro?
Why we had to bring that up this episode? Why can't Matt ever find peace?
Anytime Matt Ryan name come up, that always gotta come up, bro. Always. Bro, you've been there, bro. Bro, 1/2 away from smacking one of the, if not the best quarterback. And now look where you at, bro. Come on, man. I don't know, man. That's why I'm like, the Colts, they always going to be shaky to me. I felt like Pittsburgh, just having that, it always going to come down to that veteran coaching, right? Good good call plays, right? Mm-hmm. At the end, in the fourth quarter. And you see the Pittsburgh Steelers just had that with Mike Tomlin, bro. So if I'm a go from Jeff Saturday, who was a great fucking center in the NFL, but we haven't really seen him
coaching wise,
right?
We don't have
Mike
much.
Tomlin, who, regardless, people gonna say, I know he hasn't been great these past 2 years. I mean, as far as win percentage wise, but man, them players love Mike Tomlin in Pittsburgh. Bro.
They do. He'll
with
good reason.
With good reason. He a player coach, bro. He'll ride for them dudes, bro. So if I'm gonna go against a shaky team like Colts, bro, so it's I don't know, man. It's this past week was really good, bro.
It was.
I loved it. It was, bro. It was so exciting to see, man.
As far as the Seahawks go, that loss, they're really close behind the 49ers. I'm pretty sure they're going to go wild card. Yeah. 49ers do have one of the hardest schedules left. Yeah. But they're a pretty complete team. They're a pretty complete team.
It's at this point, bro. Jimmy, bro, it's up for you to lose, bro. You got Debo. You got Christian McCaffrey. So your run game elite, bro.
He's your guy, but he's not the guy.
Exactly. And that's what's going to come. So, Jimmy, man.
When he has to be, because that's the differentiator. When that quarterback now has to be the guy, you got to be the man right here and now. Can you do that?
That's it.
I don't really see that from Jimmy G.
No? With the weapons, you got Greg Little, bro.
The weapons don't make the man, bro. The weapons don't make the quarterback. Because, again, Kirk Cousins will show. Yeah. On good days, Kirk Cousins is your guy, but he's not the guy, because when he has to be the guy sometimes, it's like, Kirk, where was you at? Jimmy G, and don't let this game that just happened against the Cardinals fool you. I think all of Jimmy G's career, I think he only has 3 games. He tied his career high with 4 passing touchdowns, right? Yeah. I think he's done that 3 times before. This was his 4th time. 2 out of the 3 times prior were against the Cardinals as well. So clearly he just got their number. Clearly he just got their number. But I don't think he's the guy, but there's hope for the Seahawks. That's all good. So time is running out.
But see, I'm gonna ask you this though.
What's up?
You taking Geno or you taking Jimmy? Honestly,
with the weapons, or if I just had to separate the quarterbacks?
With the weapons, team. You talking Seattle?
Oh, team? No, I'm taking the 49ers. Exactly. That defense is ridiculous.
49ers.
Seattle is top of the league in scoring, but they can't stop anybody worth a damn. The 49ers, when you have a defense like that, you don't have to score too much. Word. Jimmy G don't have to throw 300-plus yards every single game. You got the run game that can kill him. I got Debo cutting across. I got Kittle. I got possession receivers. And Kittle, Debo, and McCaffrey was a perfect pickup for them. Bro. Perfect pickup for them. Yeah. So, I would take Jimmy G and the 49ers as a team over the 49ers. Hey, man, if I had to separate the 2 quarterbacks, I'd take Geno over Jimmy G any day.
When Joe Flacco won his Super Bowl.
Don't do that to me, bro. Don't do that to me.
When Joe Flacco won his Super Bowl, it was because of Ray Lewis and the Baltimore Ravens. Yeah. So, hey, bro, you give Jimmy you got Nick
Flashback,
Bosa,
bringing up Joe Flacco's name. Flashback. Bring up Joe Flacco's name. Flashback to the episode, All My Children, bro. When I said all these little quarterbacks, they looking like little Joe Flacco's, bro. They don't really got to be good. They don't got to be great. Just be okay.
Be okay.
And let the defense take care of it. One of those names that I put in there was Zach Wilson. Oof. As one of the All My Children, but
oh no,
so
man.
We're talking about it. We're coming to the end now, right? We're in December. Yep. You're in crunch time right now.
Yep.
Decisions have to be made. Mm-hmm. Decisions have to be made. So to bench or not to bench, right?
Okay.
Zach Wilson.
I'm gonna keep him bench, and I know. Last week I said don't bench him. I know what I said. Mm-hmm. But after seeing what that team did this past week, the Jets. Honestly,
it's the Bears.
I know.
It was the Justin Fields Bears.
I understand, but that gives you confidence. That gives you team confidence.
Great confidence. At the
end of the day, people not rock, bro. It was a team decision to bench Wilson. That's big. Yeah. So, bro, I'm a ride the hot hand. What I gotta lose as a Jets coach? What's his name?
Robert Saleh. You better remember that man's name, bro. You better remember that man's name.
But what I gotta lose, right? I got a privileged white boy.
We ain't talking about his personality.
Yeah, I mean that
real raw. Offensive, I got you.
Come on, that straight to
I heard. Yes. Zach Wilson is a little bit arrogant, privileged. The pedigree of which he came up as a quarterback, he's kind of used to everything. And that post game was just poor class. It was just poorly handled. And you lost the defense. You lost the defense at that point.
That's it.
Before week 12, they were bottom 4 in passing yards and passing touchdowns. Bottom 3 in completion percentages. Bottom 4 in third down completions.
Come on, man. That's key.
And then I think one game, I think Mike White now has one less touchdown on the season than Zach Wilson has all season.
Come on, man.
Which again, but the thing is, you don't fault Zach because that's not what you've needed from him all season. When you have those matchups and I need you to be the guy, Zach Wilson is not the guy. He's your guy. You're a defensive team. You're running the ball.
Right?
Listen,
bro.
Come on. What that mean?
Bro.
What that mean?
If I'm banking as a franchise,
has Ryan Leaf taught you nothing?
Nah, nigga.
Has Jamarcus Russell taught you nothing? What was the first round?
You're going for a
Has
bust,
Baker taught you nothing? What are we talking about here? First round, first overall.
I see that, but I feel like when you as an organization, right? You looking at New York Jets, where honestly, bro. Fucking since Joe Namath, if you have to have really a quarterback, right? So it's like you really looking for that.
I mean, they had quarterbacks. The quarterbacks just did better elsewhere. Geno Smith.
That's true.
Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe because God forbid, Zach Wilson has a bad experience here. He goes to another team. He actually gets some burn, and he actually does good.
For me, I felt he like Baker Mayfield-esque, bro. You ain't. I feel like you go somewhere else. Zach Wilson, you go somewhere else. You gonna have to battle out in training camp. You may fuck around and lose it, bro. Be a backup to somebody, bro. I'll be honest.
That's
with
true.
you,
He could be a Colt McCoy.
Yeah.
He could be a Colt McCoy, no problem. Colt McCoy, keeping it in the Wilsons. Russ. Ooh, Russ. Finally had to put up that wanted poster. I don't know if you caught that, man.
I did, bro. It was warranted, bro.
It was finally.
I know. Really
we tried for the longest to not give it.
I know is right now in a fucking jacuzzi, coming out with Gucci flip flops on.
Don't say it.
I know Future
with
SZA right now. Like I told you, niggas. I told you, niggas. This nigga,
we talking about
he gonna
football.
show it on
we
the
talking
field.
about football.
He gonna show it on the field. I know he's just like, I know Future like. I done told y'all niggas.
Russ is a good man. Russ is a good man. All right? We're not gonna. Russ is a good man. But you know what? Even his good man, people are getting tired of. I was reading an article just yesterday. Fans are so unhappy with. I think Russell Wilson puts up a post. He puts up a post of, forever thankful. Like, I think right going into the game.
Yeah.
They're like, bro, we don't want to see you posting your outfits coming into the game. We're losing. We have a losing record. We're not going to the playoffs, and you're just sitting here like forever grateful or thank God for everything and showing like, bro.
I'll be honest with you. I'm going to give you my hot take on this, right?
Yeah.
When you look at who Russell Wilson was in Seattle, right?
Mm.
That's who he was, what you said. Key losses. I'm looking within. I'm saying, guys, I got to get better, right? Go Hawks. I got to get better. We got to do this. We got to do that. He was really entrenched in the game, and that's why he got himself that Super Bowl ring. Honestly, man, I know people going to hate me for this. But I don't give a fuck, bro. When you dealing with a celebrity, bad chick, bro.
Oh, man, this guy.
In your head, dog.
Everything about
she telling you, nah, Russ, you already that nigga. It don't matter. Like, just come out, just be stylish, talk your, give your motivational quote on Twitter. You feel me? With a nice little fit on. People gonna rock with you. They gonna ride with you.
You a menace. You a menace.
Nah,
you a menace. Now listen.
What?
I agree with you, but I don't want to blame Sierra.
Okay.
Because the era of Russ that you're talking about, that was when Russ, because we talk about it all the time, Russ was not great in the beginning. Mm-hmm. Russ was your guy, but not the guy.
Yeah.
He didn't need to be. You had Marshawn Lynch. You had the Legion of Boom. the team was great. As the team declined, Russ started getting better.
Yep.
He's putting up MVP talks numbers. So he's getting better. He's getting better. They're still winning. He has the one losing season when he's injured. He gets signed to this team. He's the end-all, be-all for this team. That can go to your head, too. I signed this huge deal. We already heard about Russ's persona and how he has his own offense, doesn't really take calls from teammates. So this could have just been a building issue.
Teammates got to hit up his manager.
Teammates got to hit up his managers and stuff like that. Man. So maybe he did soup up his own head. I don't know if Sierra's helping or hurting. I don't know if she's reality checking.
That's
oh my gosh.
I don't care, bro. That's Sierra telling him,
what would
babe, fuck all them niggas, babe. You already that dude. Like, just come in with your nice look. I'ma style you out. You feel me? You gonna come to that game looking nice. You gonna
what
be
you got
good,
against Sierra,
babe.
bro? She made good music, bro.
Nah, look, I like Sierra. I like some of her shit, you know. But, bro. Really, bro? Look at Tom. Look, I'm going to say this, bro. Look at Tom.
He don't like Giselle.
I'm going to say this, though. When Tom became just like what you said, bro. Mm-hmm. First 3 Super Bowl rings, Tom wasn't the dude. Teddy Bruschi.
Oh, yeah, Teddy Bruschi,
right?
Mike Vrabel,
that whole
Richard
defense.
Seymour, yeah.
Come on,
they
bro.
had everybody.
They was the ones who was carrying it, right?
Mm-hmm.
They left. Tom Brady, bro, you got Giselle at your side, bro. You Tom fucking Brady. But shit, you still taking accountability when shit going down. You still...
But that's a personal thing. That's
what I'm saying.
But again, he used to be that, but maybe because he was never that guy, he never really... And maybe that changed him.
Who, Russ?
Russ, because you said originally, Russ used to take accountability. He got to play a little better, do some things like that. Shoot. Maybe that Super Bowl play, maybe it had psychological repercussions, the likes of which that we will never understand. Hey, we put the ball in Russ's hands to throw it instead of the run. Maybe he had to convince himself I'm that guy and it wasn't a bad decision and all of this stuff just so he can continue playing. And now that shit coming to bite him in the ass. The world may never know. What the world does know, their defense allows the third fewest points in the NFL.
Come on, bro.
They have lost 6 of their last 7. 6 of their last 7, and they have the lowest scoring offense in the NFL right now with Russ coming. Under 60% incompletion percentage. But unfortunately, there's no to-bench or not to bench. Who you gonna bench Russ for? Who you gonna bench Russ for? You gotta ride it out. Now you got defense yelling at him, but you're gonna have to ride it out. But
niggas gonna stay. You know what they said? I know it's cap though, but they was talking about before they dropped Melvin Gordon, they was playing Future in the locker room. Yeah, I'm petty. I ain't right for that shit, bro. Yeah.
I put a Future song with the Wanted poster. Yeah, too comfortable, Russ. Don't get too comfortable. Granted, you got the money though, so who am I to say anything? Now we go Rodgers. Yeah. Rodgers. They've lost 6 of the last 7 as well. Third in touchdowns thrown, but he's throwing interceptions.
Not Devontae Freeman. Devontae Adams, was he right? Right? Because I feel like a lot of people was feeling like I feel like he felt like Aaron Rodgers was a little selfish. You know what I mean?
No, Aaron Rodgers is definitely arrogant. He's definitely arrogant, but well, there's not much to talk about there. As long as Aaron Rodgers is healthy, Aaron Rodgers is going to play. You give him the contract, he has to. If Aaron Rodgers is not healthy, if there's anything wrong with Aaron Rodgers, you bench him. He's an older guy. You let Jordan Love do what he got to do.
Can I say this one take?
Yeah, go ahead.
I feel like Green Bay is trying to relive his golden years, and they are trying to kind of basically redo their past, do it better. Look at Brett Favre, bro. When they had Brett.
Oh, they just had Aaron sitting on the bench.
And they let Brett walk. So I'm thinking look, Brett went on. I mean, he lost. He got cracked against the Saints, right, in the divisional
Vikings,
game.
Yeah. But that's the problem. They didn't let Aaron walk.
That's my thing. I feel like they thinking maybe damn, look what Brett did with the Vikings, though. Do we really want that? Do we got really faith in Jordan Love like that? Nah, we got to pay Aaron. So now you at this point where you've done it different than your past, but is it really going to show results for you now? Not really, bro. Cause shit, bro. I low key felt looking at that game, bro. A lot of the teammates there is like, all right, it's Aaron Rodgers. You know, he swear he the best, but he ain't fucking doing shit like. But I saw a key. It was I forgot.
who the receiver was, bro. It was like a key third down, and Aaron Rodgers had this receiver on an open dig route, bro, and overthrew him.
He's like, making some mistakes. He's definitely,
is this, bro?
He's definitely not his
Mr.
sharpest.
Bad man, Mr. Great completion percentage.
He's 100% not his sharpest.
Interception ratio, you one of the best at, bro. You overthrowing a dig route, an easy dig route.
But again, who's going to hold him? A, who's going to hold him accountable? B, again, you're not going to do anything. You paid the man. So if he's healthy, he's starting. And that's just that.
That's it.
So we're gonna save the game picks. We're gonna put the game picks up. One thing I really wanted to touch on for just to end off the show is the Coach of the Year candidates coming up, because this is interesting. By MGM, by Las Vegas odds, in first place you have Nick Sirianni, Eagles coach in his second year.
Yep, that looks good.
You have Mike McDaniel second.
He looks good.
Dolphins first year head coach. You have Robert Saleh of the Jets, second year as the head coach. Kevin O'Connell of the Vikings, first year as the head coach. You remember he was the offensive coordinator for the Rams last year when they won the Super Bowl. And you have Brian Dable. He's the first year as the head coach for the Giants. He started under Belichick. He's one of those Belichick pedigree guys. And it's just looking like, and you go down the list, you do have your Steve Carrolls, your Andy Reids and stuff like that. But it's like, hey, these young guys are really starting to make a name for themselves. And a debate a lot of people are having is they're saying, hey, Mike Tomlin, he's having his losing season. Is it time for the Steelers to look away? And I'm like, why the hell would they do that? The man has like 15 consecutive winning seasons. And now you have one losing season. So I don't know if it's a changing of the guard. I don't think any of these 5 coaches are undeserving of being in the top 5. But I just find it interesting that all first and second year head coaches.
Yeah, no. If I had to put my money on it, I would do Eagles and Dolphins. I feel like if the Dolphins can squeak out being number 1 in the division, I'm giving it to him. What he did with Tua, him getting the weapons and the Dolphins looking like the
confidence.
Dolphins.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, bro. I was watching last week, bro. They was talking about Mike Tua was really asking himself, confidence shot, bro. Shot. Do I really suck, guys? Like, am I not really a good quarterback? Like, and you hear him. They had a mic where you had Tua talking to Mike, Josh. What's his name again?
McDaniels.
McDaniels, right? Building up his confidence, showing him, you don't suck, bro. It's because shit's breaking down on these plays, bro. If you know you go through your progression right here, you're gonna be good, right, bro? That to me, bro. That's a coach. Like, that's a quintessential coach. I'm a pay that dude so much, because there's a difference, bro, with there's dudes who lead, right? But then there's dudes who galvanize their players and get into their mind, bro, and understand the type of personality their players are, and really kind of
help them be a better player and a better person.
Yeah. Get to that mental, bro, because bro, at the quarterback position, man, that's where a lot of shit is fucked up at. When you get into the NFL level, bro, a lot of these dudes got mechanics, right? You look at old dude from Elizabeth, shout out to PJ Walker, right? Like, dude got mechanics out the wazoo, bro. A lot of these quarterbacks got the mechanics, got the arm strength, got the accuracy, but it's all up here. Can you read your progressions right? Right? Can you climb the pocket when you need to and hit the right man, right? And a lot of that is mental, bro. I mean, a portion of the climbing the pocket is the footwork, right? But a lot of it's in the mental. So when a coach is able to kind of just, dig into his mental, help him out with his insecurities and help build his confidence, bro. I'm gonna throw millions of dollars at that coach, bro. Because there's very few coaches that can do that.
So the future is definitely looking bright for coaches, and we love to see it. And that's all the time that we have for you guys, folks. You already know what it is. Podcast Under Review on Instagram. Catch the episode. We put up the clips. You can check us out on TikTok. That's _under_review_pod. You can check us out on Twitter. We usually tweet during the games and everything like that. But Jerry, it's always a pleasure having you, man.
Pleasure coming, bro.
It's always cool, and we'll catch y'all next week.
Let's get get it, nigga. New women, old ways, never wifeys, old bays. And they going both ways, hot nights, cold days. I ain't fucking no strays, me comfort, no way. I won't even bother.